Am I the butthole for telling my pregnant DIL the world does not revolve around her? I, 54, and my husband, Rick, 57M, have 3 kids. The oldest, Kurt, 29M, is married to Becky, female, 28. She is normally a good DIL and I try to be a good mother-in-law. We have had a pretty good relationship through the years. Issues have only popped up in the last few months since they are now expecting a baby in November. It is relevant to this situation that Kurt is technically my stepson, but I am the only mother he has known. Becky is becoming increasingly difficult. She expects everyone to bend to her will because she is pregnant or because she is the mother of our grandchild. Recently, Rick and Kurt were talking about our finances and Becky started making suggestions about what money we should start saving for our grandbaby. That same day, I served lunch. I made chicken for Becky because she isn't eating cold cuts. She made a few comments about the cold cuts that she didn't have to eat. She also made a few comments about the wine we served. She does not want Kurt drinking while she is pregnant, but he didn't agree to this. My husband and I have a second home that we just redid, knocked down the original. The new home has 3 floors, first bedroom/hangout space, second middle living and master, 3 RD bedrooms. This had been in the works for years, so our kids are very excited to all go this summer. We are all set to go for our first trip in July. The issue that came up is that my 2 other kids, Tim and Cassie, 23M, female, 21, plan to have fun on this trip, which includes having some friends to the house a few times, amusement park, scuba diving, going out. When Becky and Kurt were over last weekend, T and C were talking about their plans and Becky got upset saying that because she is pregnant, this trip shouldn't be all about drinking. It's not, but we aren't banning alcohol from the house. She also said that next year's trip will not include any get-togethers because she will have a small child. Tim just told her not to worry because she doesn't have to participate in any of the fun. Becky called me and said that she was upset about the plans. She said we needed to respect the fact she can't participate in all of the activities we are planning. I told her that there were plenty of things she can participate in and not worry about what the other kids were doing. She then said she really thinks I should limit the drinking and parties. I informed her that I have no intention of limiting anything since this is their vacation as well and these activities can take place on the back deck. I told her she can have the bedroom upstairs in the front so that she will not be bothered, but she was mad she would have to walk up all the steps. She also accused me of caring less. BC Kurt is not my son, not true. At the end of our talk, I told her could get a rental to have their own space, but she accused me of trying to exclude her. I reminded her she spent many nights out drinking when she was their age and that the world can't revolve around her just because she is pregnant. Am I the butthole? Not the butthole. She sounds like the type that thinks expectant mothers should be able to park in handicapped spaces. Oh, she's going to be a handful. He sounds like the type that thinks expectant mothers should be able to park in handicapped spaces. In fairness, there are some pregnant women that I'd happily see park in a disabled space. I'm disabled, but remember how exhausting and painful pregnancy can be, and my pregnancy was considered to be easy. But yep. Not the butthole. She definitely does sound like a handful. She's in my opinion the kind of person that finds herself holding a little bit of power, and is now forcing everyone to bend to her will, because the whole world should revolve around her. Laughing out loud, actually, I've just realized that if my ex, male, could get pregnant, this is exactly how he'd act. The DIL does sound like an entitled but let's not start jumping all over pregnant women needing expectant mother spaces. In the 3rd trimester those are a godsend. Some pregnant women actually need it. I was 3 weeks late and struggled to walk due to back pain. Baby's head was pressed against the spine. I was offered a temporary handicap plate by my OB/GYN, but I refused because I didn't want to hear the comments like that. But there are situations where some pregnant women need to be closer to the store if possible. Thankfully, all of the stores near me now have expectant mom spaces for that reason. Not the butthole. Your DIL is turning into an entitled mother before she even has the kid. Clearly she thinks she's the first person in the world to have a kid. Smiley face, smiley face. I get hormones make pregnant women crazy, but some also lose common sense. God, this made me laugh. I'm currently pregnant and have had a full-blown meltdown over a snow cone, but I'd never be caught dead acting like this. Bill needs to chill. Yeah, I have heard of some women asking their husbands not to drink, but asking everyone around you not to drink? That's weird. Seems like a control thing. Or an alcoholism thing. Info: have you talked to Kurt about this? Really, this I can't drink so nobody should, or I can't go on the roller coaster so nobody should translates into there should only be activities that I can do or want to do. Nope, just nope. Good for you for saying something before she gets a chance to ruin everyone's vacation. Not the butthole. Original poster replies. Yes, Kurt is not a fan of the nobody can thing, which is why he did not agree to stop drinking while she is pregnant. I actually kind of hate that, to be honest. There's a difference between nobody can and a man making one small sacrifice to support his wife. Maybe he made a different small sacrifice. I don't know, this sounds like setting the bar too low for men. They're only expected to make one small sacrifice? And then they've met their quota? Doesn't sound equitable compared to the many stressors and limitations of pregnancy. No, an adult woman knows what being pregnant entails. If she can't handle anyone, including her husband, around her drinking, she's not grown enough to be pregnant and raising a child. If the husband volunteers for that, that's his business, but a woman does not get to dictate that her husband significant other needs to do these things in solidarity. That's immature and ridiculous. Completely agree with this. When I was pregnant with my triplets, the thought of wine/alcohol made me sick to my stomach. I didn't care who drank around me. With my son 9 years later, I would have liked to imbibe but didn't begrudge anyone else who did, including my husband. I never even considered asking him to stop drinking around me. That's just ludicrous. But to what end? How does him not enjoying his drinks make a difference to her? I mean, if he's getting trashed all the time, that's one thing, but why deny him a small pleasure? It sounds needlessly controlling. Here is a lesson that gets learned quickly: couples with children do not vacation with couples that do not have children. It sounds like a good idea, in theory. I have yet to see it work out in any productive manner. The couples with kids have their schedule dictated by the children. The couples without kids can have any schedule they want. This is not compatible. What will happen, the first year that one of the couples has their kid with them, likely in the 13 to 23-month-old range, because traveling with a child under a year old is insanity. And the couples without kids are going to plan activities that do not take children into account, all week. And one of the parents has to stay attached to the child at all times so they can't participate. There is going to be unhappiness all the way around. Couples with kids have vacations separate from couples without kids. I mean, it can work if the whole family is committed to making it work. My family, immediate and extended, have done big family vacations with couples at all kinds of stages, and usually it boils down to grandparents, or some other adult, is willing to babysit to give parents a chance to go out. But it takes communication and planning, and the new parents also have to realize they have to pick and choose what they get to do versus sit out. But if there's a good mix of whole family-oriented activities, like board game night after babies are in bed, day out as the whole family before the non-kid couples bounce for the evening, as well as time to yourself, each family unit splits how they like, you can do it without a lot of hard feelings. Not the butthole. Her being pregnant truly doesn't and shouldn't dictate what anyone else can do. It sounds like you've tried to be accommodating to the best of your ability based on what you've said. You're not the butthole because it sounds like a much-needed reality check. Pregnancy isn't an excuse to constantly criticize or to demand others adhere to all their demands. She's gone way out of line with her behavior. You're being more than accommodating and have been more than reasonable. Some women truly seem to think that being pregnant equals being a princess for 9 months. She's going to be in for a rude awakening once the baby is the center of attention outside of her body. Not the butthole. This year it's pregnancy, next year a small child, this is just going to continue. Pregnant ladies are around people drinking and doing stuff all the time. She's not that special. She's also not even that far along to already be so utterly demanding. It's insane. She's really going to struggle come trimester 3. Yikes. Not the butthole. Yeah, Becky knew going in that there were going to be things she would be limited in doing by virtue of being pregnant. That was her choice. The entitlement to believe that she can dictate what other people do is bullcrap. Also, if Becky is so uncomfortable she can stay home. Nobody is required to attend a vacation. Maybe it would be best for everyone if they didn't attend this year. Info: are there any things she can actually do on the trip? She's definitely being a wet noodle, but you mentioned going out, I'm assuming drinking, amusement parks, pregnant ladies can't ride roller coasters and being dragged around in the hot sun while missing out on the fun sounds crafty, and scuba diving. Again, not prego friendly. It just seems like there really isn't anything for her to do other than sit around sober while everyone else is having fun. Sure, she doesn't need to do everything, but it doesn't really sound like there's anything fun planned that she can be included in. Original poster replies: yes, these are just some of the activities that she can't do. I offered to spend the day with her shopping on the scuba day because I know Kurt really loves it. We are also in a beach town, so we can go to the beach as much as we want, which she loves. Not the butthole then, and probably a good reality check. She's going to miss out on lots more activities once baby is born and someone has to watch/feed/care for the baby while fun is happening. However, I wouldn't encourage your son to flaunt the activity doing in front of her. He should be a partner during this time, and if she has crazy hormonal missing out feelings, he should be the one helping her deal with them and assuring her that he's in her corner. That is his baby too, and she is probably experiencing the most jealousy over things he gets to do that she can't since they're in the baby making together. Nah. You sound like you're a great mother-in-law. But it sounds like Becky isn't coping well with how her life is going to change, and to be honest, it sounds like her hubby isn't the most supportive. She's being entitled, but it sounds temporary. Hopefully she'll get over it soon. Incidentally, I am the sole child-free person amongst a group of friends. Whenever one was pregnant, we only did things that were pregnancy-friendly. Because we wanted to spend time together. Food for thought. Based on what you have written here, you are not the butthole, but it feels like there might be more to the story. I wonder if there is often pretty heavy drinking, or more, at family get-togethers, and she is being pressured or imagining being pressured in the future to be present at them even if she does not want to be there or bring her child around heavy drinking. I wonder if she would prefer not to go. This vacation doesn't sound like I would have found it fun as a pregnant woman, either, but she is being pressured into going, so she is trying to express her concerns. She definitely sounds entitled and might be as awful as you're making her out to be, but I do have a suspicion there's a little more going on here. And honestly, I have never been around a pregnant woman who doesn't want her husband to not drink during pregnancy, but it is very easy to imagine this if they are relatively hard partiers, and she is trying to help instill change in both of them, so they are more focused on preparing for the baby to come. The fixation on drinking here could either be DIL being a wet blanket, or the family, and especially Kurt, might have a bit of an attachment to alcohol. My mom experienced the latter with my dad's family, and she was right. My aunt ended up dying of cirrhosis in her 30s when I was a baby. I have a feeling this story is a bit more complicated than meets the eye. It is normal to imagine an environment will change a little bit once a baby is in the mix. If a family just views a new mom as a wet blanket for suggesting that, it says a lot about the family, too. Not the butthole. It's not her vacation, it's a family vacation for your family at your house. Everyone does not need to participate in every activity. She doesn't need to be involved in every activity and can't dictate what everyone else does for their entertainment on a family vacation. You are trying to be accommodating while all she is being very rigid and wants to control what everyone else does. Sounds like she had her fun and now thinks she can't participate, so doesn't want anyone else doing the same activities she used to. You're the butthole. Reading deeper into this, it seems that Becky has flagged that you and your family have a bad relationship with alcohol. Kurt not being able to quit drinking to support his wife while she's pregnant is a huge red flag here. Your comments about her usually being a good DIL and serving cold cuts for lunch when she can't eat then also don't sit right. How hard would it have been to make a meal that everyone could share? Spoiler, pretty damn easy. You've left out a lot of information in this original poster. Everyone sucks here, it's a ducking pandemic. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to be the first to know about Red Rabbit Reader's new videos. If you like our videos, Please like them on YouTube and share them with your friends. We welcome your comments below. Press to start another of our videos.